Dialogue.
Dialogue, I love it. Jasmine.
Plays can be put on using improv.
Improv. All right. Esther. What was that?
A setting.
A setting. And one more. Daniel.
Emotion.
Emotion. I love it. All right. Today we are going to be learning about plays. What I'd like you guys to do is put your reading journal in your lap with your pen or your pencil and turn around and face the back wall. Let's see, Bugada and maybe Lydia, if you can move to one side or the other. Bugada, move to your left. There we go. To your left. Other one. All right. Today, our objective, we're going to be able to identify parts of the play. So we're looking at dialogue, which somebody mentioned, stage directions, and characters. And we're going to be able to explain how the parts of a play establish the mood of the play. All right? So first, we need to take some notes. We need to learn about the parts of a play. First of all, what is a play? Part.
A play is it's like a performance done by actors and actresses live on stage.
Right. A play is a performance of a story done by actors and actresses live on stage. Sometimes they record it and you can watch it on video, but it's a performance of a story. So, when you read a story, or a play, it looks a little bit different than you would if you read a novel or a short story. There are only two types of text. Most of the text in a play is dialogue, or the conversation between two characters, or more than two characters. And we can tell who's talking by, if we have an example up here, we have a bold character, and then what they say. We also have something called stage directions. And these are written instructions for the actor to use as they play their roles. It also could be used to tell us the setting of the story, who's coming in and out of the scene. And these stage directions are not spoken as they perform the play. Usually, these words are in italics, like the word italics, or in parentheses. You should be taking some notes. You're going to need this. Grab that lunchbox and move it off the top. Okay. You don't need to write word for word. I just want you to know the difference between dialogue and stage direction. Stage directions are very important to a play. Usually at the beginning of a play, or usually in the beginning of a story or a novel, the author dedicates a couple of paragraphs or a page to setting the stage for you. They're going to tell you where you are, they're going to tell you who's involved. They might even start to develop a conflict, right? You're going to start figuring out what's going on in the story. In a play, you don't really have that option as much. So, the author or the playwright will give you stage directions in the beginning. In this play, these are the stage directions. These are the list of characters. It might also give you, all right, we are in Montpelier Elementary School, in Mrs. Cuthbertson's classroom. There are 25 students, and Miss Bird is teaching. Those might be your stage directions in the play. You can also find them here. If you see down here it says monster and then in a goofy voice. This one is in parentheses and italicized. So we know that that's a stage direction. We know that the monster is supposed to say, it's the monster, in a goofy voice. Right? All right, any questions so far? Jeremy. Nice and loud, I can't hear.
It's not a question, but can you please go back to the remote major dialogue major direction?
Are you copying notes still?
Yeah.
We'll come back to it. All right. So, plays are also organized a little bit differently. They're broken down into acts and scenes, whereas novels are broken down into chapters. An act is similar to a chapter in a novel. It's pretty much like a main idea going on in an act. So, the play is in school. We've already set the stage. We're in Mrs. Cuthbertson's classroom. But an act might cover what happens in the morning in Miss Cuthbertson's room, Miss Haney's room, and Mr. Fatiri's room. And each of those classrooms are a scene. A scene is a smaller section of an act, and they're used to break up and tell what's going on in different times or places in a story or in the play. Once you finish copying those notes, you can turn around back to your desk. Ready? Alright. I'd like you to open your finish line books to page 156. Table captains or folder captains. Look in your folders. Oh, I have your folders. Passing out your folders. You are looking for the play scavenger hunt. Make sure every person in your row has a play scavenger hunt. Do not get started yet. Folder captain, you should be passing out your scavenger hunt to everybody. Yes. Put your name at the top. Just the scavenger hunt, nothing else. Just the scavenger hunt. You don't need these hat sheets. Just the scavenger hunt. Alright, you are going to be reading this play. Who can tell me what the name of this play is? Page 156. David. The newcomer. You're going to be reading this, and you're going to be finding the parts of the play. You're going to identify them on this worksheet. You need one more worksheet? You're going to have, I'm setting the timer for 7 minutes. I think that you could read this play, it's pretty short, and answer these questions in 7 minutes. If I see that after 7 minutes you've been working hard and you're not finished yet, we'll give you a few more minutes. Alright? Everybody put your name at the top and get started. questions. I hope you are using your notes to use these questions or answer these questions.